Demonstrations like this show just how quickly a fire can start when a lithium-ion battery fails. These batteries now power electric bikes and scooters, which are growing in popularity. But with that, the number of battery fires is also growing, causing major damage and even death.
As News Channel 3's Jennifer Franco reports, there are key safety tips you should follow if you're in the market for an e-bike.
Grabbing an e-bike and hitting the trails is becoming a favorite pastime for many here in the Coachella Valley and beyond. While fun and convenient, the lithium-ion batteries that power some of them have been linked to explosions and deadly fires. I checked in with CAL FIRE Riverside and confirmed no such incidents involving electric bikes have been reported locally. That's not the case in other parts of the country, like New York City.
We were unable to get ahead of it. It had spread quickly into the void spaces of the building and took off from there.
Massive fires linked to e-bikes are on the rise. Late last year, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission said it had received reports of more than 200 incidents since the start of 2021 in which e-bikes, e-scooters, or hoverboards caught fire or overheated, causing the deaths of 19 people. It's tough to know exactly how frequently these incidents happen since there's no national database keeping track. But the National Fire Protection Association warns they do appear to happen with some regularity. In response to the alarming trend,
they leave it parked for the most part in places that really they should not be parked in.
New York City recently passed new laws that ban the sale of uncertified e-bikes and unregulated lithium-ion batteries. Mike Fritz, who's been working to educate bike dealers and shop owners about e-bike safety, says cheaper ones under $500 tend to have more problems.
It's a serious situation, and it's one that I'm concerned is going to affect our industry in a very negative fashion.
Consumer Reports recommends a list of e-bikes with prices ranging from $4,000 to $1,300. More affordable options, which tend to have substandard battery packs, are sold on websites like Amazon. I contacted Amazon on March 13th, and they declined to interview, but agreed to provide a statement, which up until today we have not received.
These cheap packs that are coming in certainly need certification. That's really the bottom line.
I started digging deeper into the issue. Brian Newman owns and operates Pedigo Bicycle Shop in La Quinta.
I've heard stories of people of different brands, and often collectively, let's not say it's 100%, but most of the ones I'm hearing are bikes that are probably under the $1,500 range that are more susceptible to those issues.
He says reputable sellers and quality e-bikes should be UL certified.
UL Certifications is a company that basically does certifications on electronics and makes sure that those particular electronics meet the standards for consumer use.
He thinks UL certification will be required at some point, a hefty expense for companies that comply. E-bikes can be a fun alternative form of transportation if properly operated and maintained. There are several safety tips consumers should follow to avoid any batteries from overheating or the potential for a fire.
You want to make sure that you're getting a bike that you can touch and test ride first.
Other tips to follow if you're shopping for an e-bike. Look for one that's UL certified. Never leave a battery charging overnight or unattended, and always follow manufacturer recommendations.
What would you tell somebody who's looking online and looking for a bargain versus somebody who's really putting in the research and trying to get a quality bike?
Do your research. Don't just buy what's the best price.
In La Quinta, Jennifer Franco, News Channel 3.
We have links to additional safety information regarding e-bikes and lithium-ion batteries on our website, kesq.com.